Where my Chicago Africans at? Shout out to all my Chicago Africans who came out to support Dr. Umar at the Bantu Festival. Chicago Queens was out there looking fine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And shout out to my Miami Queens. Well, my Miami Queens who came out to show Dr. Umar support. Miami Queens was looking scrumptious. Miami Queens was looking scrumptious out there with their natural hair. My Chicago Queens looking all fine and beautiful with their natural hair. Y'all showed up and showed out in Miami and Chicago. But here's what I want to talk about. The governor of Illinois just signed a bill. The governor of Illinois just signed a bill authorizing the hiring of police who are not United States citizens. Did y'all hear what I just said, brothers and sisters? Did y'all hear what I just said? We're about to get into this right now. If you live in Illinois, I want you to listen to this. And if you live in a high crime Black American city, you better tune in and tune up right now because I'm about to go in. King Kong Consciousness, the #1 Black scholar on the planet, #1 Pan-Africanist on the planet, #1 psychologist on the planet, #1 intellectual on the planet. I'm about to go in. The governor of Illinois just signed a bill into law that allows the police departments of the state of Illinois to hire police who are not citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? First of all, how is that constitutional? How is that constitutional? How is it constitutional for someone who is not a U.S. citizen to enforce U.S. law on U.S. citizens? Where my black attorneys at? Where my black revolutionary attorneys at? Where my black revolutionary attorneys at? Somebody get Vice President Kamala Harris on the phone. How you doing, beautiful? All right now, gorgeous. Somebody get Kamala Harris. Can somebody get the Congressional Black Caucus on the phone? Where Ben Crump at? Ben Crump, whatever his name is. Somebody get Ben Crump on the phone. Stop robbing the dead. Stop robbing the dead and let's take up a real suit. Ben Crump, we need you to take up a real suit, my brother. Somebody got to explain to me. Somebody got to explain to me how an American city can hire non-citizens to police citizens. Can somebody explain that? I'm telling y'all why they doing this. I've been telling y'all about the Chicago and New York purge. I've been telling y'all about the Chicago, New York purge. I've been telling y'all about the Chicago, New York purge, brothers and sisters. Well, guess what? This is part of the purge. We're going to bring anti-African South Americans to Chicago and New York. We're going to bring anti-African South Americans to Chicago and New York. We're going to bring anti-African South Americans to Chicago and New York, and we're going to make them police so they can purge the Africans out. What's going to happen when the first migrant police officer murders a black man? What's going to happen when the first migrant police officer murders a black woman? They are bringing them in to purge us. They are purging us socially. They are purging us economically. They are exhausting all of the social resources in these cities. They are stealing millions of dollars from black taxpayers. And on top of all of that, they're going to give them a gun, a badge, and some handcuffs. Can somebody answer me 3 questions? I have 3 questions for the governor of Illinois. I got 3 questions for the governor of Illinois. I got 3 questions for the governor of Illinois. Question number 1, how the hell you going to be a police officer and you don't even speak English? The birds be talking to me, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, these birds be talking to me. Every time I come, the birds be here. That's that divine protection from the feminine energy. How is a migrant police officer in Chicago just got to America, don't know the laws or the norms or nothing about America, can't even speak English? How in the hell can he or she be a police officer in a black neighborhood? Can somebody talk to me? The Purge is real. I want everybody to rewatch the Purge movies. Don't pay for it, get the bootleg. I want everybody to rewatch the Purge series, especially the first Purge. Go and watch the first Purge, brothers and sisters. Tonight, go get you a bootleg copy of the first Purge and rewatch it. They brought outsiders in to exterminate the population in the Purge. They brought outsiders in. They knew they were going to make them police. They are going to do with these migrants the same thing they did in America back in the early 1900s with the Irish. The Irish hated black people. The Irish hated blacks, and they made them police. They weaponized the racism against our community. In the 1900s, when they made the Irish Americans police in the black community, they weaponized the racism that the Irish had for blacks. And now they're going to weaponize the racism that the migrants have for blacks. History is repeating itself, brothers and sisters. History is repeating itself, brothers and sisters. History is repeating itself. How are you going to be a police officer and you can't even speak English? How can you be an officer of the law when you don't know the law? How can you be an officer of the law and you're not even a citizen of the country? How is this constitutional? Chicago, please stand up and fight. Black Chicago, I will come back and fight with you, but y'all can't let this go down. Black Chicago, y'all cannot let this go down. The population of Black Chicago in 1980 was 1.5 million Africans. By 2030, they said it will only be 665,000 Africans. That means they didn't purge more than 50% of us in that time. We losing our U.S. congressional seats to Latinos, migrants, and white folks in Chicago. We got to fight, Chicago. The Chinese is the fastest growing racial group in Chicago. We got to fight, Chicago. Y'all need to go to the state capitol, show up and show out. No way in hell. Y'all better call Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Urban League, NAACP, Congressional Black Caucus, TD Jakes, Creflo, Klepto, Dollar. Get everybody up there. I'm coming. Somebody need to organize a rally at the Illinois state capitol against this bill. And where are the black state legislators in Illinois? Why didn't we hear your opposition to this? Where are the black state legislators in Illinois? Why didn't we hear your opposition to this? Where are the black state legislators in Illinois? Why didn't we hear your opposition to this? They are bringing migrants in, and now they're going to make them the police to push black people out. They're going to tell the migrants, if you lock them up, you can take their place. Lord have mercy. Isn't it a conflict of interest for a migrant to be a police officer in a black community? Isn't it a conflict of interest for a migrant to be a police officer in Chicago? How is that not a conflict of interest? They're going to come into our community, lock us up, send us to jail, kill us so they can take our place. Have you ever seen a bigger conflict of interest in your life? They're going to empower the migrants to move black people out. Why in the hell do you need migrant police when you got all them black people in the state of Illinois? Illinois is one of the 10 most populous black states in America. Why do you need migrant police officers? Illinois is one of 10 most populous black states in America. Why do you need migrant police? Ifa Tunde 3 times. Ifa Tunde 3 times. Ifa Tunde 3 times. Illinois is top 10 for black population in America. Why do you need migrant police? The only reason you need migrant police is to help the migrants rid Chicago of black people so they can take our place. Lord have mercy. We are at war and we don't even want to acknowledge it.